Alright, so you're a cleric, so it's time to heal. The best dungeon healing spec I found for either single target, tank heals, or just keeping the group alive in general in a dungeon or 20-man raid would be the Purifier. So, of course, you're gonna go 61 Purifier and 15 Sentinel. You're gonna get Watchful Gaze for more spell power, Thoughtful. Yeah, Thoughtful because they're channeled. And you're gonna get Touch the Light and Divine Understanding. 4 out of 5 in Divine Understanding. So basically, it's a little different than your standard healing spec because it's all about shields and preventing damage in the first place. So the macros you're going to need for this, your big panic button basically, which will, let me bring up all the skills here. You're going to cast Fiery Will, which increases your healing down by 25%, granted by 50% shielding. And then you're going to cast Flame of Light, which heals 10 people for 300% of your max health. And then it reduces the damage they take by 20% and increases the damage they do by 5%. So it's basically... Ooh, phone. So it's basically your free get out of jail button. So if you're panicked and everyone's dying and you're like, oh, I don't know what to do, just hit that button and you'll be fine. Another macro you should get is this. I'm probably just going to post all the macros in the either the comments of the video, or the description of the video, or in the thread below. So it's just going to mouse over UI, which means put your mouse on somebody, click the button, shields them. And then it just goes group number, or at group number 1. Which is the first group number, and it goes all the way down to 20 for the raids. So that's basically your shielding. So for your spot heals, basically, to assist, or yeah, just, you know, help heal main tanks or off tanks, you're going to put Healing Breath, and then Touch the Light, and then Healing Invocation. You don't want to spam this out too often because Healing Invocation is a long channel, and I don't really think it's worth it, but Touch Light makes it an insta-cast. So just beware of that. So you're going to get this skill called Latent Blaze, so if the tank's health drops below 30%, it's going to heal him for 13,000, which is pretty good. But if you cast Flashover, which makes the next healing or spell crit, it's going to make Latent Blaze crit, even though it's like not consecutive. So you just put it in a single macro, and you click it twice. And then that Latent Blaze, instead of healing for 14,000, it will heal for 20 to 25,000. And then you get all of these signs. The ones you want to use are Sign of Faith, Wisdom of the Ages, Cavalier's Blessing, and Eruption. And you're going to get Heroic Resolve from Sentinel. So you're just going to put all those buffs on. This one gives single target heals and absorptions, 1000 bonus absorption, entire raid group 70 wisdom and 70 endurance. Everyone you heal will take 7% less damage for 15 seconds, and this one you're going to put on the main tank, and every time you heal him, you will do damage to whoever he's targeting. Which is pretty nice, so you could still be healing and do a decent amount of damage. Now you're going to get a whole bunch of different healings like Ward of Scorching, Ward of Fire, Ward of Flame, Spiritual Conflagration. Basically, Spiritual Conflagration and Rite of the Forge, save those for when you're in trouble. And your rotation should be this. You're going to cast Word of Flame whenever you need to, just doesn't matter. Keep casting it. Just make sure like you don't stop. And then when someone takes damage, like a lot of damage, you're going to hit 3. And since you have been casting Word of Flame the entire time, Word of Fire is going to be an insta-cast. If you didn't, it's going to take forever. And Ward of Scorching is basically kind of the same, but does a little bit more. The absorption all stacks, by the way, so you can do that, and it doesn't look like much on this because it has 600,000 health, but yeah, it's enough to cover a lot of people's HP. So you're going to want to keep your shields up on 3 party members, like you, the tank, and your highest DPS, basically. Because you can't keep it on all 5, because you can only put it on 3. So just mouse over them and put that on. Unless you're in a raid, then just keep spamming it out there. This is another emergency, but it's only for 1 person. Like if the tank popped his latent blaze and he's still low, just go ahead and put that on. It's basically a Ward of Flame, but on steroids. And you're gonna get a nifty little ability called Sterilize, which removes all curses, diseases, and poisons from 1 person. And in a raid where the boss will add stacks of a damaging ability or add stacks of a negative health ability, this is going to come in way more handy than, let's say, one of these, which only removes 1. Although this one removes it from 10 people, which is also handy. So it has a 20-second cooldown, so you're going to want it to get to like 1 stack before the tank dies, and then pop this. You're going to get Wall of Fire, which is your primary damage ability. You can put down 3 of them. And, they do a lot of damage. They hit very fast. Fire healing. And the reason I picked Justicar with this is because I get health back whenever these things hit somebody. And if you saw how fast those were hitting, then I get a lot of health back, and I don't need to heal myself. I just do it passively. Gathering of Flames is a really nice skill. It's like the miniature version of Flame of Life. Shields everyone. If the shield breaks, it heals them. And you get Flash of the Phoenix, which brings an ally back from the dead, which is pretty cool. And I think that's about it.